Hey, what is up guys, and welcome to more Battlefield 4. This time we're playing some pistol only on Operation Locker. Now I am rocking the M1911 with a 3x scope. This was given to us by DICE due to the Player Appreciation Week. Anybody that logged in on the 5th, or is it 4th or the 5th, what, the last day of the Appreciation Week, anyway, got the M1911. This was previously for DICE employees only. It was a scope just for them. But I think everybody got it now anyways. Even if you didn't log in that particular day, you got it anyways. Now I am using the flashlight because this is kind of close quarters and you do want to blind your enemies a little bit and get a bit of an upper hand, and a slight bit of advantage is always good to have on Operation Locker, especially on a 64-man map with everybody just shooting the shit out of you. So that's going to be quite useful to have. Now initially on my first round, when I got the 3x scope for the 1911, I went into a server, everything worked fine, played a little bit, left and come back later on. I joined a different server when my scope disappeared, and I'm thinking, what the hell, did I lose this as well? Because I'm still waiting. I mean, most of you are still waiting. If you were a Battlefield veteran, if you have more than 2 Battlefield games on your account, then you should have a Battlefield veteran pack, which unlocks a couple of cool little gadgets, unlocks a 3x scope for the Magnum and some other cool little stuff. But I thought to myself, why am I not having this scope? What have I done wrong? What's going on? But the problem was that some of the servers did not update to the latest version, and that's the reason you didn't have it. All you had to do is just switch to another server which had the latest updates, and bam, you've got your scope back again. Now the cool little thing about this scope, and trust me, I've tried it in hardcore quite a few times, it is a one-shot kill to the head in hardcore. And it's pretty fun, you know, going around and just sniping the sniper with a 3x scope. It is pretty fun to have. That slight bit of advantage when you're running a normal weapon and having a 3x scope on your pistol, it is pretty fun. I enjoyed it, especially in hardcore. I enjoyed it quite a bit. As I said earlier on, it is a one-shot kill to the head. And you can pick off targets quite a good long range away. So that was definitely some fun that you had with the scope. But personally, I just don't think it makes that big of a difference. You know, it's not some one-of-a-kind item that you really need to have in order to be better at Battlefield or to feel special or to anything like that. It's just an extra scope for your 1911, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I personally don't switch to the sidearm as much as I should do. I always rely on my primary. I take you out of my primary. If I don't, then I will switch to the secondary as you normally do. But mostly, I would say 9 out of 10 times, if I started shooting at you with my primary, then I will finish with my primary and I will get the kill that way. So I didn't really think that the 1911 extra scope was going to make that big of an impact or that big of a difference. And like I said earlier on, I'm still waiting for my Battlefield veteran pack. I just want that to come out. There's some camos, there's a scope, there's a 3x scope for the Magnum. Now the 3x scope for the Magnum, that's going to make a huge difference, because obviously in hardcore that's going to be a one-shot kill to the body, not to the head, because it is a powerful pistol and does quite a bit of damage, and that will make quite a big difference having that, and it's going to be fun as hell, I bet, using it. And I know some players got it early on when Battlefield 4 came out, and then they got bugged, and I've tweeted DICE and they tweeted me back saying, yep, it is coming, but we're just working on it. We don't really know what happened. I think with all the patches and all the things that they got currently working on, I think that just got the #1 priority, because a lot of people are complaining that they can't play, they crashing, FPS lag, FPS drops, crashing, and also many issues. And I think EA have kind of seen this and recognized that this is a huge problem, and a lot of people are frustrated about it, and they've stopped all the current DLCs that we currently be making for Battlefield 4. Obviously, it's not going to be any DLC for quite a while, because Second Assault, it's already been done, and it's done and dusted, so you don't have to really work on that. The next sort of new DLC that we're going to get is in April, May, something like that. So it's going to be quite a while until we actually get some DLC. Obviously, that all takes time, and it's going to be quite a lot of hard work to get stuff in. But China Rising was already done, and they put it out. Even though they created a lot more problems in the China Rising DLC, at least they stuck to their guns and delivered it on time. Now, again, a couple of days ago, I talked to you guys about the premium and why I like to get premium. And I know some of you guys have said, well, I'm not getting it until everything's done and everything's fixed. And for me personally, the reason, I mean, we'll put everything aside, we'll just ignore everything that there's a problem or the game crashed or anything like that. Just hypothetically saying the game was 100% working, why would you buy premium? The reason you'd buy premium is because you get 2 weeks advantage. You get 2 weeks early guns, 2 weeks early gadgets, 2 weeks early everything. And that's one of the reasons I get it. I like to have stuff early on, enjoy it. Obviously, yeah, not going to happen with Second Assault because it's a done deal for the Xbox only. But still, that's one of the reasons I like to purchase premium. Now, getting back into my 1911 scope here, like I said earlier on, it is a pretty fun scope to use. I didn't really feel at any point in the gameplay that I needed this scope to be better at the game or something, or to extra aim better or anything like that. It's just an extra scope. I mean, you can see, well, you can't really see because this is Operation Locker with no grenades and none of that allowed, so everybody's going to have smoke, and on top of smoke they're going to have flares, so it's going to be pretty mad when everybody starts throwing that, especially on a 64-man server. But again, that's the fun thing about having maps like these, and I know when Metro comes out it's going to be even madder, but still, I didn't really feel that this scope made me better at the game, or I really needed this scope. Yes, it's a nice gesture from DICE for all the issues going on in the game, and hopefully they'll give us more stuff in the future. But I just think, if for some reason you didn't get it, or somehow you didn't log in, even though it should work, it doesn't really matter if you logged in on the last day of the Player Appreciation Week. It should not matter whatsoever. You should have got this pistol. If you didn't get it, again, just try in a different server. Maybe that's been updated to the latest patch, and you should have it right there. But then again, if for some reason you didn't get it, well, trust me, you're not really losing that much. Yes, it is a fun scope, but not really going to change the whole Battlefield 4 experience for you whatsoever. It's just an extra scope, and that's pretty much what it is. So that's pretty much it for today. I gotta say, I had quite a bit of fun enjoying pistol only. I still think one of the best pistols around is the 93R. It used to be one of my favorites in Battlefield 3, and I still think it's one of the better pistols in Battlefield 4. It doesn't change. That extra burst, that extra amount of bullets, that extra amount of damage, all that stuff counts, because even though I'm doing slightly less damage, I think the 93R does slightly less damage than the 1911. But because I already have 3 bullets and it's a burst gun, by the time I've put 3 into you, you wouldn't get 3 into me with the 1911. It's just that simple, and it just kills a lot faster. And I just think the 1911, it's a good gun, but it's nowhere near as good as the 93R. That's my personal preference, and that's kind of the gun I rock on the Battlefield. Now, there is another patch coming out today on the Battlefield. It's going to be starting at, what time was it? It's 11 a.m. UTC time, so 11 a.m. UTC is the servers are going to be down for a couple of hours. So if you get disconnected, you get disconnected because they're working on bringing in the new patches. And also, if you want to check out what the new patches are all about, there's going to be a link in the description. Go ahead and click it. It'll take you there, and it'll tell you exactly what they're fixing. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. That's pretty much for my 1911 3-tie scope. Final thoughts, yeah, definitely fun, but something that I didn't really feel that's going to make me or give me any kind of advantage on the Battlefield. Yes, it is fun as hell using it on snipers in hardcore, but overall, I still think the 93R is the better pistol. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. That's pretty much it for me for today. I will see you guys on the Battlefield. Russian Sniper, out.